button there. So, hey, True Believers Englentine here. It's, well, we're a little bit late, but we're only 7 minutes late. So technically, I'm 8 minutes early.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
That's good math right there.
Yeah. Well, it's Englentine Standard Time, right? Now, anywho, we are doing the Justice Society Part 2. All-Star Comics, way back in the 40s. We did the first 12 of those. Now we're doing the last 17. In the Bronze Age, they took them. It was, what were they called from Leading Comics? What were those characters called?
The Justice Society?
No, I was asking Eric. It was
Eric.
the Shining Knight. It was Green Arrow.
Seven Soldiers of Victory.
And they also had other characters come in, and they all made up the Super Squadron. They had no idea what to call themselves, and it was all over the place. And it ended up with All-Star Squadron, which I think also would be an awesome thing to do sometime. That being said, we are here. We are going to be talking about the All-Star Comics from the Bronze Age, starting with the first appearance of Power Girl. And if you haven't been here, you're listening in, you're like, oh, wow, so everybody gets a vote? Yes, you do. So by all means, get your voice heard. It's very simple. 1 equals god-awful, 2 horrible, 3 very bad, 4 bad, 5 is meh. And by that, we mean it really just doesn't hit you one way or the other. You just have zero emotional reaction to it.
You know, I think
6 is average, 7 is good, 8 is very good, 9 is awesome, and 10 is super awesome. Hello to RDV. What's up?
It'd probably make it a whole much easier if you only had like 5 slots instead of having like 10.
Yeah, let's not no, we're good with 10. We're good with 10. Alrighty, and that being said, it gives a little bit of a choice then.
Right.
And the numbers are all over the place because otherwise, if you have a larger combination in numbers,
What do you
all you need is awesome, meh, horrible.
Yeah, actually, it would be horrible, bad, mediocre, good, awesome if you only did 5. Yeah. All righty, kids. But when I did that, by the way, everybody complained that I didn't have S tier and super awesome. So, okay, you got to throw in.
Well, those are the weird manga people we don't
look, hey, you know what? I love opening everything up to the public. But the problem is every member of the public, which, of course, is chat, has their own opinion. So what ends up happening is that I say, okay, yeah, we'll do the 5-tier thing. And then somebody says, wait, where's S tier? And then, okay, I've got to do 6. Well, 6 is a stupid number. Let's throw in 10. No, hold on. I'm not done yet. And then I get all of the overlays. Well, this is kind of muted. You should have gotten a more crisp and clear. Oh, okay. Well, you got a more crisp and clear. Well, no, you should have just gotten the book. So here's the thing. I'm doing my best. I'm going to keep trying, and we're just going to go on from there.
Eric, do you have a box of tissues?
I'm just saying, quit your bitching.
I'm not bitching at all.
All right, there we go. All right, let's see.
Yeah.
Apparently, you're very moody tonight, though.
Actually, I'm in a good mood.
Did you get some good dog nuts, Venkman?
Yeah, I got a lot of good dog nuts, bro. Salty.
All righty, let me see. Do I have all the proper overlays? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 11. All right. Boom, boom, boom. But no, I'm actually in a really good mood today.
That's awesome.
Did you sleep most of the day?
I did sleep some of the day. I was not feeling very well. Like my ribs they feel fine now today. Earlier it was a little rough. I mean, there's a little aching, but once you hit a certain age, a little bit of aching is just a lifestyle. That unfortunately is true.
Well, I'm glad I'm not that age yet.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Okay. You don't have that one piece of your body that just seems never to stop aching.
Only one?
Only one? Yeah.
Well, if you lose a few limbs, you don't feel it anymore, right?
When I was younger, I injured my collarbone, and my right up here always aches now. and I twisted my knee. And that is a constant pain. And also for some right here on my back, I don't think I've had a free day in forever and a day. I love okay, anyhow, we're just blasting around talking. So let's get this thing going. Eric, you get probably the most famous of all of these issues, the first appearance Power Girl, issue number 58. And let me put this into the there we go.
Oh, that cover looks familiar.
I feel like somebody did a really amazing reading of this book.
Over on the Geeky Puppet Show.
Wait, somebody did the same thing that Geeky Puppet Show is doing?
Isn't that crazy?
I know. Wow. Everyone wants to be like the Geeky Puppet Show because everybody loves the Geeky Puppet Show.
Yep. Okay, what do you say about this, Eric?
Everybody loves the Geeky Puppet. We're going to start with a 10. This is actually very good art.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who did it, which kind of troubles me.
Hold on, let me check the channel.
But yeah, all the characters are drawn well. There's nice background. I love the trade dress, everything, and I don't care that it takes up more than a third of the cover. And I also like the whatever the shadow of whoever defeated the Justice League. You can see the shadow on the people on the ground. So
it's a Mike Grell,
Gasper
Saladino, and Titania Wood.
Well, you got to say it like, hey, Gasper Saladino. Oh.
There you go. Yeah. All righty. How about you, Amy? What do you think?
I think it's very nice. I am fond of it because, we did read that one. So I'm trying not to be unfairly biased. But these really are good drawings. The sprawled out poses are actually nicely done. They're well weighted. And they're interesting. They're not too overly dramatic, but they feel right for the weight of it. Mr. Fate. Dr. Fate up here looks really good.
He did not go to magical doctor school to be called Mr.
That's like just saying Jill Biden.
I know, right?
Nope. Can't do that.
I know, she's offended that she's a Biden.
I would be too.
No, it's not Lil Wood on this.
And floppy-eared Batman, who is actually somebody else entirely.
But
this was a really cute book, and this is a nicely drawn cover. The poses are good, and yeah, I'll give this a 10 too.
Okay, RDV.
When we were reading this, I was looking at the art for Wildcat. I was looking like, okay, he's got the droopy ears, but then he's got like 2 other freaking like chin straps on the side there, like mutton chops hanging down.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that was weird. It's like, are those supposed to be whiskers? Why does he have 4 freaking droopy ears?
It's always going to be floppy ear Batman now.
I know he's spamming to pick and performs. Yeah. Anyway, this is an awesome cover. You have the floating heads above, and they tell you who each character is. They let you know that it's part of DC's line of superstars. It's All-Star Comics, which has been really cool. It's going around forever. And now this is a new one. They're calling it the Super Squad because this is going to be the All-Star Super Squad coming after these 2 issues. It's really cool. We get Robin in pants.
Huzzah!
I know. And we get the boob window. Like we get the best of both worlds. We get Robin in pants, and we get a girl on here that's got, well, you could say as it gets bigger, I should say, thanks to Wally Wood. But,
all right.
That being said, this is a 10. How can you not go 10 on this? Rhaegar, what is wrong with you?
Well, let me tell you. No, okay, so I like the fact that you have the desert or the wasteland as it is, just to look a little bit more ominous, but it's in black and white because what you really need to focus on are the classic Justice Society that have just been knocked out. And of course, we're introduced to the new heroes, the Super Squad, featuring, of course, Robin in pants, oh goodness gracious, Star Spangled Kid, and of course this new girl. You have no idea who she is. So I think it really highlights. This is kind of like Giant Size X-Men #1, where you get the older heroes in peril, or at least in this case Spectral, or that case Spectral, and you have the new characters busting out saying, here we are, we're ready to take over. It works. It works for what it is. And I will give this a 9. And I love the fact that I have this again.
Oh,
All
cool.
right.
Just the cover, right?
No, actually the whole book on this one. I was smart. All righty, so here we go. We go to the chat, and Jay gives it a 10, and so does Eric and Boyd.
Great to see you, Eric and Boyd.
Hello. Let's see. Also, 10 from George Garcia.
Hi, Pat.
And we have an 8 from Joe. And let's see. Black Spiders is saying 9, and so is Ethereal Dragon. We have a 10 from One Slick. Great art, well-balanced cover and colors pop off the page at you. This is a book that makes you want to read it. And read it we have. All right.
Yep.
The lines show them going fast, says George. And he's saying Carmine. No Carmine here. It was Mike Grell, and happy for that. Yes. Is that Wally Wood? Asks Black Spider. And Wally Wood is an inker on this book. Let's see. All-Star Comics number 58 says Maranya, original heroes in the foreground, younger heroes flying in to help, just enough background to set the scene. Trade dress colors balanced in the cover, score an all-star 10. And we get a 7 from Rhaegar, the lowest score yet. A 10 from Summoner. We have hey y'all from Pat. I don't know if he has that accent, but I'm going to give him that accent. Hey y'all. Yeah. And I was wondering if I missed the All-Star Comics thread. No, you didn't. Not today. Let's see. Ian B. Hugs, good to see you. All right. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. The Wallywood All-Star Comics pencils are great inside, says Pat S. And I started collecting Wallywood very recently.
Rick Estrada doing the art on this book with Wallywood inking over him. But the cover is Tanya, or Kat Jenna Wood, his wife, I guess. Her sister? I don't know.
So a family endeavor.
And what we got here today, we have 1 7. Now we have 9 10s. We have 1 8 and 3 9. So we still have 4 10s left, meaning this gets into right away, guys. We start off with a 10.
Nice.
Did you see that they're making fun of the CIA lady or Secret Service lady? And they're saying like it's basically Pat. What happened to Pat? She became a
yeah. Okay, and Amy.
Oh.
You get issue number 59.
Yes.
Well, that's a drawing. I think it's funny that he's losing his hat. Like he got punched really hard when your hat goes flying off. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can blow this up so I can see more of the details.
This says Maranya's favorite artist on here at the cover.
Oh, really?
Well, it also says Eric's. One of his, Ernie Chan, and Jose Luis Garcia Lopez.
Oh, now that would explain the quality of this illustration. This low angle they've used, and the care with the horizon line here, the way the characters are moving forward. That can be hard to track. Like I would love to see the underdrawings for this, but they're lined up. There's a nice curvature here to kind of make it feel a little more like a lens, and he's even used that to kind of accentuate the framing here, which makes it dynamic. It kind of sells the idea of the movement of the action lines in there, and also just a little bit of falling out of the paneling here with Flash falling over backwards. This might be a window more than a panel. I'm not sure, but it functions for both.
So what would you score?
I think I would. Oh, what the heck? 10.
Okay, wow. All right. And RDV?
I can't recite everything she said. I just heard 10 because that's what it says, a 10.
All righty. And, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I love the details in the background, the space, everything, like all the, every little detail from the feet, even the people in the background, the details on there. It's like you can't necessarily see their faces, but they made sure the details, you can tell who each character is, especially Hawkman way back there. Detail on him, everything, coloring right. And then you got Dr. It looks like Mr. Midnight. Mr. Midnight, right, Amy?
Mr. Midnight.
and Wildcat. Like I said, I like this. It's cool. And especially the Flash is like the fastest man on Earth got punched. It's like,
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Out of all the all-stars with Super Squad, they get the fastest guy. Alrighty, and Eric.
9 next.
9. 9 next. Okay. I dig on the detail on the characters running up. I've never liked the pose that the Flash was flying in. It always kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of weird the way his legs look, and it's all twisted. The Power Girl, and it just looks awkward to me. It's not a horrible cover. I think the trade dress takes up too much real estate. I'm giving this one a 7.
woman, mine.
Okay, and going to the chat, Black Spiders gives this one a 6. And we have, let's see, an 8 from Joe and a very low 6 from George. Let's see, we have Eric saying a 9, Doc Admiral saying a 9, and Pat saying a 7.
Anybody else find it weird that the Garcia in the chat is giving a Garcia Lopez a low score?
There you go. Ethereal says 9. And let's see, Summoner says 10. I like it as much as the previous one, having all the heroes right there. Okay, so we got a 9 and a 10.
Now Engeltine has no soul.
That is true. Golden Age Flash is cool, says we all agree on that. Maranya says All-Star Comics 59 trade dress is integrated well due to background color. Dynamic fight in the foreground, lots of detail but not cluttered. Trade dress colors echoed in the Flash and Power Girl. Scores a 10. Okay. George Garcia read 1 and a few others I haven't read much. Oh, okay. Let's see. We got a cheap shot of the Flash. That's why it's a weird angle. Okay. All righty. And once again, if you do want to vote in, please do. It will affect the score, but not placement at this point. Well, actually, if you put in, I'll fix it. Let's see. We have 4 10s. And the 6 and 7s, get rid of that. We have 1, 8, 4, 9s. This goes into the 9 category.
You get rid of the code. That punch, his face is caved in. I'm sorry. It's like, I'm like, how would the boys change this? His head would be smashed in.
Okay. Up 1 slick dude. I skipped to begin. 8. If this interior of the ship, they should have made the interior detail go up to at least the trade dress.
Wow.
All right, and he gave it an 8. All righty. Let's see. Does that change? We've got 2 and 4 knocking that up. No, it does not. But it will change the score. Like
one slate. Change your name to One Skip Dude. Just do it.
Skip Dude.
Just look at the bright side. At least he wasn't assigned to your detail in the hospital.
Yeah, I could be doing other things. Alrighty, and RDV is up, and he's got issue number 60.
Now I made me think of the Junior Mint. Seinfeld. Did you leave a Junior Mint inside there? Oops. Super Squad, and then a flying battle axe. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give this a 9.
A 9. All right. Oh, no description.
Well, they're going against Vulcan, and there's no Star Trek guys.
Gotcha. All right, we got a 9. How about you, Eric?
Go to hell, little Rhaegar. I mean, how's it going? This one I'm gonna go with a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I'm impressed with the most is if you look at the motion lines, there's more coming from the faster character than the other two, even though there's a bunch coming from the other two. Which I'm guessing means that Flash got there late, but since he's so fast, he gets there at the same time.
Well, he is looking at the girl to the left.
Right, of course.
Normal people would be. But
right.
Yeah, so I'm giving it a 10.
Okay, this is a pretty cool cover. I like this.
I don't
It's
know.
Ernie Chan, George.
I would say it's probably still Ernie Chan. Oh yeah, the bottom right corner.
And you're right. The motion lines kind of make it. It kind of tells the story. I like the colors. I like the background on it. I still think the trade dress is way too freaking big, but at least you see a little bleed over with the bad guy. He's, you know, kind of bleeding over onto the super squad there.
Well, look at Wildcat. Look at his costume's ripped.
I think I'm going to agree with you. I think this one is... No, I don't think it's awesome. I think it's very good. I'm going to give it an 8. All right. Oh, wait. Amy. What do you think?
I like the colors, I like the posing. I think it's cute that Power Girl and Flash are running next to each other, and they seem to have kind of like a similar motion and energy. My favorite thing about that is just kind of how that seems like they seem to be copying each other. I don't know if it's like the older hero is teaching the younger heroes how to use their powers, if that's like a theme that they're deliberately trying to portray. But to me, that kind of cues in that there's like a training or a relationship between the characters. And I'm like, that could be really interesting because I like character-driven stories. As far as the drawings go, as nice as those are, there's floppy-eared Batman here. Wildcat, he looks, that's a decent pose on him. I mean, it's unbalanced, but he's dodging a flying burning axe, so he would be. And he did it. He dodged it, so he's okay. That looks pretty good, but there's kind of a little bit of issues with Starboy here. He's a little crunched up to fit in the panel, and I mean I can appreciate that. But maybe a little more planning. And you're gonna run into that whenever you've got that much of the, what did you call it?
Trade dress.
Yes. It gives the artist a square composition to do the entire cover in, which doesn't allow for either a horizontal, a landscape, or a portraiture. It's square. I mean, you get that a lot when you're working on game sprites, but I'll not go into that. I do like it though. So it's definitely awesome. I'm not sure if it's super awesome though, just because of this couple little things. So I will give this a 9.
All right. Okay, we got a 9 from Amy. All right, and let's go to the chat, and we see Rhaegar giving it a 10, and we have a 9 from Ethereal Dragon, and we have 8 from Joe, 9 from Dark Admiral. Sorry, I'm not an all-star fan. Well, that's the beauty of this show. You don't need to be a fan of the comic to appreciate if the cover looks good. You know, and that's what we're here for. We're just looking, because sometimes you don't even really look at the covers you do know.
Can I just say, basically, there's dialogue like, "What's the plan? I don't know. Bum rush them."
Get her, get her. That was your big plan, Ray.
That was the plan.
1, 2, 3, 10, 9, 8.
I mean, I think Ernie Chan just wanted to draw that cool flaming battle axe. How did you see those?
I can't blame him for that. I mean, you got a chance to draw flaming battle axe.
He's like, I don't care what the villain looks like. I want to draw the close up of an axe.
George Garcia gives it a 9. And Mark Texera told me Wally Wood lived a hard life. He would be drunk and passed out on the floor at conventions.
And Eric said he self-deleted at 81.
Black Spiders said 6. Let's see. The one I didn't like as much as the previous 2. I vote 7. Didn't like the monster in the middle with the axe, says Summoner.
I mean,
alrighty.
It looks like a robot Thor with vision. 9
from Eric. And let's see. Maranya says, I'm just kidding. One Slick says 9. Great action sequence. The design of Vulcan is reminiscent of the High Evolutionary. Alrighty.
Wait, you read his comic? You're supposed to skip him, then go through it again.
Maranya says All-Star Comics number 60, repurposed inside panel perhaps, but it's dynamic and sells the book. Wildcat gets hurt. Definitely want to see what happens next. Score a super 10. I actually have the trade paperbacks for this run, and this is a very fun series. Oh, and by the way, there is not a lot of mentorship because Power Girl don't need no man or anybody older than her.
Oh, okay. She's
That-
a teenager.
To be
and she's
fair,
a-
they toned that down as the series went on.
Yeah,
Oh,
she is belligerent as in the first
Yeah.
book, she's belligerent as hell.
she
Yeah.
feels like she's got a lot to prove. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. She says she doesn't, all the while,
Yeah. Well, people who have a lot of insecurity sometimes manifest that differently. I'm glad she finds some stability in her relationship.
What are you saying? I'm insecure because I'm always angry?
No,
I'm just kidding.
I didn't say anything.
Okay,
Go for
so
it.
what we have
If you're
here,
not angry, you're probably insecure because you're not angry.
what we have here is 3 10s. We've also got 1 6, 1 7, and 3 8s. But we have 5 9s. Ladies and gentlemen, the All Stars has its second 9.
There we go.
All right, way to go. There it is.
Oh,
There it is. All right, we're going to bring it right on up here.
Eric, did you watch West today?
No.
And I guess it is my turn to start, and I get issue number 61. Okay, so this time they opened. I like the fact that they opened the trade dress right away.
That's nice.
So you can actually see they could draw a little bit more.
Mhm.
At least it gives the background something. It's still a
Right.
little bit cumbersome with the Super Squad. I hope they drop the Super Squad bit. I think they do at some point because it's just cumbersome. And it still really just leaves that square that you were talking about. And when you put in, we got surprises for you in a tale titled Hellfire and Holocaust. Let's see, and Wildcat's yelling, "Too late, Green Lantern! You caught Vulcan, but he killed Dr. Fate." I love the people on the ground giving this scale and depth.
Mhm.
Of course, you also see how tall the building they are on by how small the buildings next to them look. Not exactly sure what they're writing in. You've got Dr. Midnight and Wildcat. I'm going to give this one an 8. I think this one's got some good in it, but it's not. Once again, it's not awesome. All righty, how about you, Eric?
Oh, au contraire, mon frère.
Okie dokie.
This is awesome.
How awesome?
Wide open spaces. Heroes coming at him from all angles. Mr. Fate going, ah!
Look out, Mr. Fate.
That's right. No, I like this. This I like enough to give a 10.
Okie dokie. And we got a 10 from Eric and Amy.
I like the little yellow cab. What? It's like a little yellow flying car. I don't know where it came from. It looks like it jumped up really high. Like, did somebody throw it?
The little yellow flying cab company.
Yeah, I guess a little yellow flying cab company. Is that where Dr. Midnight's working now? Or is he
Apparently
Mr.
so.
Midnight?
They let the blind guy drive.
Oh, that I
Blind
guess
guy, woman, it's the same thing.
Yes.
so it's a self-driving flying car?
Eric, look up behind you. There's a cleaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening, Maranya's Cleaver. You're looking lovely this evening. I'm just going to assume.
You know what? I think this is exciting, and they finally opened up the trade dress. That's what, right? A little, so you can see the backgrounds through it more, and that's good. So I will give it a 10 just because they're pushing themselves and trying new things and making smart choices with their design. And there's a fiery axe, so that's amazing.
Okay. All righty. And let's see what we got. RDV. Oh, wait. What was the score again?
10? I
Okay.
just took a drink of my coffee. Sorry.
RDV. What do you say?
At least Carl came
Well-
through for you.
I am glad that guy is now wearing a skirt and doing the Marilyn Monroe pose over the grate.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's just looks like I noticed, like that
I have no
MGB looks like a
words.
skirt blowing up. yeah, the flying car. Yeah, I don't understand that. Looks like they're in a Tic Tac. They're not Tic Tac, but what are those little checks thing though?
Mhm.
Chiclets. Dr. Fate's being blasted by fire. Good, he'll come back as Jared then. Hellfire and Holocaust. Ooh, that's not a good combination for a title. What year did this come out? 70?
6.
Yeah, so
Yeah, the bicentennial should have been a clue.
So what would you score?
I was looking at the top part. Okay, I like straight centennials. Okay, I'm gonna give this a 10. I just can't.
Right.
I mean, just for that guy wearing the Marilyn Monroe skirt that's blowing up at him.
There
All
you
right.
go.
And he's
Greatest thumbnail of all time. Oh, Power Girl, says Rick. I do invite you to, after this, look up in our video section. We have costumes and cosplayers where I went through and ranked all of her outfits and then looked at some of the better Power Girl cosplayers.
Nice.
If you're into that kind of thing, enjoy. All righty. Let's see. Eric Boyd says 9. George Garcia says 10. And then we have 10. Full background is tops. Great perspective. And how often do you see a flying golf cart, says one slick dude. Let's see. 8 from Ethereal. We have super awesome from George. Joe says 7. So we have an 8 and a 7. 9 for me, says Rick. Oh, BKB. All-Star Comic 61. Lots of detail. Very dynamic fight, says Maranya. Not too busy. This sells the book, which is what a cover should do. Scored an all-star 10. Alrighty. Artist, asks George Garcia. Did we read that off?
Yeah, someone said after that same. I think this is also Ernie Chan.
Okay. 10, says Rhaegar. Almost too busy. Okay, we got a 10 from They Stole the Fantastic Four car, says Black Spiders. Drink water awkwardly like Mark Rubio. Okay, yeah. That's kind of strange how little things can derail your career, like drinking water, going, yeah, because you're excited, or being, disappeared along with your wife because the Democrats don't think you can win. Okay, so let's see what we got here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a 1 7, 2 8s, 2 9s. So that's 5 that are dragging down the 7 10s. But once again, when you get right down to it, the 10s wins. All righty. There we go. And let's see. It is, I believe, Eric's turn again, right? You have issue number 62.
What?
By the way, Venkman, Straight Centennial was a good one. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm gonna give this an 8. It's fun. Yeah, the whatever that is in the background is nice and menacing, and usually I give it bonus points for that, but I'm not sure what it is. And
well, it's Xanadu, the Chaos Master,
so
Governor.
I thought it was. Thank you. I thought it was just like maybe a wacky moon picture with eyes.
Mashed potatoes with eyes.
They misspelled Xanadu.
Did they?
Well, for all my life, it's been spelled with an X because of that movie.
Oh, I was looking at the other letters, going, well, I don't see that. I didn't pay attention to the first one. 8.
All righty, Amy, what do you think?
Oh dear, it's not a funny cover, and the first thing you do is go, ah! So I guess knee-jerk reaction is, I'm not sure who Chaos Master is. Is he supposed to be scary, or is he supposed to be funny? But he looks like a big bowl of mashed potatoes with a face, and I just don't think I like that in my comic book villains.
Okay.
I think Power Girl looks nice, and it's nice seeing Superman on a cover, though I don't think he's usually in this book. But I guess they said he's been off for a while, so I'm glad he's feeling better. Wildcats, I guess, finally had it with Hawkman for some reason, and they're in China. I don't know why.
He's had it with them because they're in China.
Oh, okay. But it is well drawn. So while I feel like the overall effect is really confusing, it's still well done. So I'll give it a 7.
Oh, that is China. I can see the little Nike logo.
Okay, and RDB.
Wow. Some days you just can't win being Hawkman. Even Wildcat's jealous doesn't have his own book series.
I know.
Superman's like, hey guys, what's going on? We hanging out tonight? Oh shit!
Yep, that's his evening.
He's kind of mimicking his cousin there. So I'm like, I don't know if he's jealous or what. Deadly war within the JSA. Yeah, Robin said, screw this, I'm done. I'm gonna give this a 9. It's just crazy. Weird stuff.
Alrighty, we got a 9 from RDB. I'm going 6. This is busy in not a great way. What the f is Xanadu? It just looks. I don't know. Maybe he's the one. He's causing chaos, and he's the one that's making everybody fight, or maybe that's his thing. But there's just not enough information on this cover to make it good. Yeah, so I'm scoring it a 6. It's average. All right. That being said, let's see. Erica Boyd, been enjoying Mac's videos you've been putting on your channel. Eric and Boyd, by all means, share it out sometime. Weird Cheesy Moon Man staring at the heroes creepily. Rhaegar gives it a 10. And then we have one of the best books of that era is Pat S. Pat S gives it a 1. You got to explain that one to me, man.
Yep.
Also, Hawkman is getting choked instead of... okay. Let's see. Black Spider says 5. Joe says it looks like Egg Foo. And Rhaegar says Egg Who? That's a Wonder Woman villain. They will never recreate or never use again. Ready? Eric says 8. One of these comics here is the first time I saw Superman with gray hair, Earth 2, but it took a while for me to understand Earth 2, says Rick. Joe says 7. Superman is cool, and the All-Star Comics is the only cool thing about it. So we got a 7. Let's see, 4 from George. And they're in China. They're in China. All-Star Comics 62 says, Maranya, why is Wildcat choking out Hawkman? Superman, Power Girl to the rescue. Xanadu, the villain, is looming. Just enough muted color background to set the scene. Scored a chaotic 9. Ethereal Dragon gives it a 5. And we have a 7 from One Slick. Villain looks like his head is wrapped in saran wrap. If not for the Oriental Gate, you would not know where this is set at. Oh, okay, off in the corner there. And that was a 7. Ready.
Congratulations, and, Rick. You're in the club.
What's the club?
Getting skipped.
Oh. I skipped Rick?
Mm-hmm.
Did I really? Okay, 8 from me, says Rick. All right, there you go. Everybody gets skipped at some point there, Rick. All right. I don't do anything personal. It's not personal. It's just I missed it.
Yeah.
All righty.
Eric, that your comment is creepy and funny at the same time.
Mine?
No, Eric and Boyd's.
Monkey. I don't know what they're doing. Skip the do. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so this is what we've got. We have a 1. Of course, we got to count those 2 and 3s, so that takes away the 10 and the 2 9s, and then we've got a 4, which takes away one of the 8s. 2 5s, which takes away the other 8, and then the 7, and then 1 6. But it ends up we've got a 7-man standing, and that's where this one ends up at. Where is Egg Foo Young?
Undead Quinn, is the 7 for the cover or for Eric and Boyd's joke? Because the joke was at least a 9, probably a 10.
Okay. Let me put that down. It doesn't change the ranking because it was going to be a 7 anyway. Ready? And let's go for, what are we on here? What was that? That was We're on 63, and I believe it is Amy's turn again.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What have we got here? Oh, okay. Solomon Grande will smash all you puny heroes. And then the Injustice Gang will take over the world. Okay. Solomon Grundy, I guess Power Girl's gonna go punch him in the back of the head. And is this guy really tiny? No, Solomon Grundy, I guess, is he like about the size of the Hulk?
Yeah, he's huge.
Okay. And there's just a guy with a violin over here. Do we know who he is? The violin man?
Oh,
Or-
that's the fiddler.
Yeah, the lot of effort went into that name.
The fiddler. Okay. Is he ever on a roof?
Everything.
He can control. He's just in the distance because he can control with his fiddle.
Oh, okay. You dare not miss the death of... Well, he's gonna be okay. I mean, I guess the characters are drawn all right, but I think this is probably one of the... I want to say the posings are a little weak, or maybe just a bit unclear. Like, I'm not sure how he's managed to grab onto Catman? Black Cat?
Wildcat.
Wildcat.
A floppy or Batman.
Floppy or Batman.
Batman
I always
too.
remember that. How he got Floppy or Batman by the leg like that. His hand's not quite turned around right, but I don't want to be, ridiculous about that kind of thing. I don't know if I should. I think it's good. I mean, it's not terrible. I guess a 6. I could probably give it a 7. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, and then we'll get that 6, probably 7. And RDV, what do you think?
Well, we got the fiddler on the cover in the background. He's just fiddling around. And then he got Solomon, who just wanted to smash all the puny heroes. Wildcat saying, oh, shit, I should have stayed home today. Hawkman's, I'm always getting punched in these covers.
I know,
choked or
right?
punched. And then the death of Dr. Fate over there. I mean, where is freaking Green Lantern?
I don't
Did
know.
he leave? And Power Girl, you're not being any help. You're just kind of standing in the background doing nothing. It's like, oh my gosh, this is happening.
Yeah.
Chaos 10.
Okay. We've got a 10 for the chaos. And Eric, what do you think?
Well, on this cover, they appear to be near water, so I'm assuming they're somewhere on the docks, which means the Green Lantern is just in a different part of them. I'm going to give this a 9.
Okay.
I mean, it's not the art-wise, it's not the best. It looks like buckler and wood. Can't make
That's what it looks down there. Buckler.
Yeah, but I mean, it tells us supposed to, obviously the fiddler's doing something to Grundy to make him want to kill people, the heroes that aren't Green Lantern.
Oh. Okay.
Yep, that's what it says. Rich Buckler and Wally Wood. Okay. Fluttered fight. Solomon Grundy will smash you puny humans. We've got that. Dr. Fate is dying again. It's not horrible. I'm going to give it a 7. It works. I like the characters at least, but yeah, it's not a great cover. It's a good cover though. I think it sells the book well enough. All right, going up to the chat though. Let's see what they say. Black Spider saying 5. Undead Quinn says 6. It's very messy. All righty. An All-Star Comics series or a publishing company of comics. It was a series. Let's see. Looks like Grundy got the parts he wanted, and Rhaegar gives it a 9. All righty. And then we have a 9 for American Boyd, an 8 from Ethereal Dragon. Okay. He's the fiddler and his powers is fiddling. Let's see. Looks like Wildcat and Hawkman have put their differences aside from the last issue. 8 from Joe. And when is the Bronze Age anyway? 1971 to 1985. Although that's been argued that it's actually the Copper Age is more around 1983. I think it's 85 with the crisis, but there you go. Okay, so it was 9 and 8, and 8 from Joe. All right. 9. Oh, wait. I already put those down. 8, and then 8 from Joe. Okay, cool. Let's see. Rick, 9. I really like this. There's a lot going on here. I like how it has Superman, Power Girl, and Flash at the top right. And I like all the stuff going on. Alrighty, cool. Mm-hmm. There is no wrong answer unless you give a random. There are wrong answers. When we notice you're just being contrarian, okay, we got to call it out. Let's see. One Slick says 8. Art is well drawn, but Wildcat pose is strange. Why would he be facing away from Grundy? And is the Injustice Gang just 2 people? Mighty small gang. Alrighty, and that is an 8 from One Slick Dude. Let's see. 8. Colorful and lots of action. Not the greatest artwork, says In a Disguise. And let's see. Dark Admiral says 8. All right. And once again, even though I'm putting the stop up, feel free to put in a vote on your number. I'll add it. It is. Oh no! Go. Let me get this down.
I just saw that meme. It says realizing 100 million ballots they just pre-filled and they'll have the wrong name on them.
Okay, so what we had here was 1 5 1 10. We've got 4 9s, and that takes care of the 6 2 7s, and one of the 8s. We've got 4 already, and that leaves 3 8s. So this goes to the 8 column.
So, VENKMAN, do you think they'll send those over to third world countries like they do with the shirts with the losing Super Bowl team winning?
What they'll do is they'll save face and they'll put Hunter on there as a president candidate.
Okay.
I don't know. They'll just flip it over. Like use whiteout on them.
I like to think the DC Silver Age lasts until Crisis. All of those other ages are more of a Marvel thing. No, DC it's the same. Otherwise, it's just way too complicated. I always thought it should be years. You know, if like the Golden Age started in 1938 and then ended, or the Silver Age started in 1956, then that's 18 years, right? No.
Yeah. 38 56, yeah.
30, yeah. So then it should be 56, 18 years from that. 66, okay, that leads you to 72, which is close to what you and I have talked about. But that would mean the Bronze Age is 72 to 90.
So you're saying that there's no difference between comic ages and locusts?
What do you mean?
Well, locusts are supposed to come out of the ground every 17 years.
There you go. Yes. Okay. No difference except for locusts if you fry them up are tasty. Okay. So there we go. We've got
it great with the New World Order.
Yeah. All righty. So we do have the first 6 in the bag. Wait, we're not at the halfway point yet. So let me keep going because we are. I usually stop to.
Only the rich get the finest locusts. We get the stragglers.
Hey, VENKMAN.
Hey,
Name a series.
Batman Beyond.
All right. What year?
Well, consider their miniseries in the first 6, so I would go with Dan Jurgens.
Which is
2017. It was around the same time as the Hawkman was. So
so you're taking us into modern day.
Why not?
All righty, Eric. What would you say? Did I skip Maranya? No,
Maybe.
I never skipped Maranya. All-Star Comics 63. Solomon Grundy, large and menacing. The heroes is he you should be. Action-packed cover without being cluttered. Score a Fiddler on the Roof 10. Holy shit. Well, now it's official. Everybody does get skipped at least once. Okay.
Now tell her cleaver looks lovely.
You're wait, did you say cleaver?
Yes.
Because I'm married otherwise.
No. That's it. Yeah. When Maranya when we piss her off, jokingly, she'll hold up a
She'll
cleaver.
pull a cleaver. Okay,
Instead
okay.
of
I
Mrs.
got you.
Cleaver, it's Maranya's cleaver.
Maranya's cleaver looks lovely. That just sounds weird to me, but okay. All right, Eric, name a title.
I'm going to throw out the Thor, the Lee and Kirby Thor right after Journey into Mystery, starting with 126, the Thor Hercules cover. So Kirby Thor.
Actually, one sick dude. He doesn't need GoFundMe. What he needs people is to donate the Ko-Fi.
Yeah, that actually would be nice. To tell you the truth, I am going to have a charity auction tomorrow. If you want, and the charity is us. We need we are low on our electricity, and I do want to make a trip to see Eric. He's got a lot of books that would be in the auction on Saturday. So tomorrow, going to have
you said Wednesday earlier. Are you getting
did I? Well, did I say tomorrow?
You just said tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, okay, no, it's going to be Wednesday. Thank you. Because that's generally when everybody's open, you know. So I figure Wednesday would be a decent day to do that. So yeah, please help. It's I'm not just e-bagging, which I am. If you don't mind going over to Ko-Fi, do what you can. We are short.
Link is inside the
It's
chat.
just me and Gail recently, we just hit a wall. We're trying to get back. We're trying to get back at the same time, trying to maintain, you know, the business and everything else. So, but yeah, I'm looking to probably. I think it's probably about going to be about 150. I need because you know we're 70 short on the electricity, and it's a 2-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive to Eric, so it's going to be about 5 hours. So I'm figuring that's about what maybe $40 in gas, $30 in gas, and then of course we'll probably stay and have lunch or something like that. So there you go. Anywho, but there you go, guys. So show up on Wednesday.
That being said, go into the description of this live stream right now. It's in there. Click on the link Ko-Fi. Go in there. And,
It's always appreciated.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got Thor. Amy, is there a comic book series that you would not mind doing the covers to?
I think the Lois Lane comics are fun.
The Supergirl, Superman girlfriend, Lois Lane?
Yeah.
All right.
They're
Any
kinda
particular era or right out the gate?
cute. I guess right out the gate's fine. They're all pretty good. It ran a lot longer than I thought it did. It looks like. For some
Yeah,
reason
it's got more. And by the way, I love the cover to #1. It's one of my favorite.
Oh,
Okay, really? And what do? Oh shit! I started the poll with only 3 choices.
well, you can delete the poll.
Yeah. Okay. Let me end that and let me start it all over again. Okay. Let's see. We have our first modern day comic in Batman Beyond 2017. We have Thor's first solo series. We have, oops, what's going on here? Okay, Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane. Alrighty, and let's see, what should I put up there?
Actually, change mine to the 2009 Power Girl covers. Here's the Batman. We'll go to Power Girl because they got some nice covers on that.
Power Girl 2009, and what should be my choice there? Dun, 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 dun.
Well, did we already do JSA at all? Anything? It's always. That's my always go to. If we haven't done a JSA, we'll do the other one. There's a lot of them.
There we go. Luke Cage, Hero for Hire. Why not? I just thought, I just put it out there. Why not? Alrighty, gang.
Because there's no Power Man. Or with Iron Fist.
We can't do this. We will not be getting Zach on for this. Okay, so it was, let's see, Eric, Amy, RDV, me, Eric, Amy. It's RDV's turn, and we are on issue, I believe, 64.
Oh, pretty.
Maranya will never deal with Arion, Amethyst. We're Heroes Return, Avengers, or Iron Man in the terms of cover rankings. I'm sorry. Those are all invalid.
Amethyst. I remember that one.
Yeah, actually, Amethyst wouldn't be too bad. Ooh, I know a triple that I would put up there. Arian, Iraq, and Amethyst. 3 1988 titles that nobody gives a fuck about.
The best kind.
So who's starting us off?
You.
Oh, me. Okay, cool. All right. Superman dancing again.
As he does.
As he. Ooh, we got the Shining Knight. I really brought it up. What else got there?
Hawkman's waving.
The greatest heroes of the Golden Age are back, and they're terrorizing King Arthur and his men. Well, they're at the somewhere. Hawkman's just got the fist in the air. Yo. I love that.
Yo, tell me what I want. Sorry.
Jace is running in because he's late as usual. This is a 10.
All right. Okay, we got a 10 from RDV. How about you, Eric?
I'm gonna go 7. Power Girl looks just really, really stiff.
Her window's closed too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, it's a neat cover. You know, Superman's eating the hell out of that. Yeah, that guy's dead. Let's be honest. But it just, I don't know. It's just, something's just not clicking. So I'm gonna give 7.
Okay, Amy, what do you think?
I think it's funny that Hawkman and this other guy that just got yeeted into the air are waving at each other. That's just kind of what it looks like to me.
He's going, hello.
Yep, that's what it is.
What's up?
I would agree with the 7, except that there's a Pegasus, and that's kind of amazing. So I think I'll go ahead and give it an 8. Yeah,
an 8. Alrighty. I think this is an incredibly busy cover. That being said, I do have to say covers were better back then. They just were. Nowadays, of course, you get great painted covers and that kind of thing, and they're just they would make awesome posters, but this told a story. So as much as I think this is a very busy and very cluttered cover, at the very least you can tell what's going on, if not the story itself. I guess I think I'm going to give this an 8. If it didn't have the blurb right in the center of it, they might have filled it up with another character. The greatest heroes of the Golden Age are back. Yeah, overall, or make Superman bigger, bring in the action a little bit more.
There's Starboy.
Yeah. I think it deserves an 8.
Was there no Batman?
No.
All right. If you don't vote Power Girl, you're a racist, says Undead Quinn. Let's see. We'll put my vote from Luke Cage to Thor since no Zach. Undead Quinn says 8. Alrighty. And we have 10 from Eric and Boyd and an 8 from Joe. Alrighty. Next up, we have a 10 from Ethereal Dragon, a 7 from Rhaegar, and a 7 from Black Spiders. Okay, and there you are. Cool, the JLA versus Romans or whoever. 10 for 10 from MK. Hello to MK.
Okay.
Put your hands in the air like just don't care, says Superman. Dark Admiral's giving it a 7. Okay.
I thought these were a Cobra.
Cobra! The real American heroes.
No, the other one.
7 from Why Are Superheroes Kicking the Shit Out of Medieval Knights? They're very cluttered. They had to go back in time because Vandal Savage.
They had to go back in time and beat them up some nights.
Yep. All-Star Comics number 64 says Maranya. Historical cover with lots of detail. Color focuses on the heroes, as it should be. Intriguing cover sells the book. Which cover should do? I added the S. Score a historic 10. Alrighty. Let's see. This is like a group of Mike Tyson fighting army of toddlers. I would pay to see that fight. 8 from Rick. Love this too. Okie dokies. Alrighty then. Superman looks like he's making some sort of Toxic Avenger pose. All right, let's get the stop on there.
Starlad's in this one.
And hello to Mr. Dominic.
Good evening, everyone.
Alrighty. Before I tally this, do you want to put in a score?
Sure. I give this issue of All-Star Comics a strong 9.
Okay. And by the way, I thought I got everybody, but In a Disguise says 6. Lots of action color, but the characters seem small for a cover, and it's hard to see all the heroes. I do agree with that, actually. Alrighty. We've got a 6, and you said a what? A 9?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what we got, gang. We have a 6 drawing away from the 5 10s, but then we got 5 7s, so that breaks the rest of the 10s and that 9, leaving all 5 8s by themselves, and that's where this goes. It goes into the 8 column.
Maranya, if you actually understood, the 2017 Jurgens went for 50 freaking issues. I don't know that many books that aren't written by the Teeny Howards and all this stuff that get to 50.
Most of those don't. I think Captain Marvel's the only one of those that have ever made it. Alrighty. Now into Disguise, turn to be skipped. Alrighty. Yeah, you're right. I should focus my attention again on one skip, dude. Okay. Let's see. That was RDV, and I guess, hey, you showed up. So, Dominic, you want to take over first shot at this one? This is issue number 65.
Wow.
Hey, Kevin, what's up?
Yeah, sure, why not? Number 65.
What do you think of the cover?
It's very dynamic. Composition's on point, and well, you know who the Justice Society is facing off, Vandal Savage. Yeah, there's just something about the background that's pulling me away from it. I'd honestly give this one an 8. Like,
okay.
So far, yeah, like everything from the composition, how the characters move, as well as the colors are on point. However, the background is almost too plain and less 3-dimensional.
All right. Let's see, Eric.
I'm looking at this and seeing a 5.
All righty. This one does nothing for you.
No, it's
I think this may be the lowest score Eric has ever given a comic book cover.
I think it's my second 5.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember what the other one was, but this just, I don't know. This just seems like the epitome of phoned in.
Okay. Amy, what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, 5. I mean, there's a lot of technical issues with this. I mean, not just in the layout or in the detailing of it, but the horizon line isn't even settled correctly. I mean, unless Starlad is being knocked about, Lord, 10 feet. Yeah, it's when we look at some of those early covers, and even it was just everybody running towards the action, the focal was on it really well, and the environment and the characters' posings and everything really sold the idea of the movement. and what the focus of it was. This is kind of all over the place, and the posings are just okay until you start putting them in the same field with each other. And then it's like, is this supposed to be a giant man in the background? What happened to Hawkman? Superman's not built that way. You know, it's just there's a lot of problems.
Also, the perspective is off too.
Oh yeah, yeah. The perspective.
RDB.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. RDB, what do you say?
Styrofoam wings on Hawkman. I thought those are harness. Apparently they grow out of him. He's the angel. That's weird too. Jeanette Kahn must be here because the Blue Widow's gone. And then you guys said that's Vandal Savage. I thought that was Zod. That's odd.
No.
It looks so.
The return of Vandal Savage says right there.
I know.
So what do you score this?
I'm going with my paw. This is a 5.
Alrighty. Wow, 3 5.
That's horrible.
As the Engleton, I'd like to change mine from an 8 to a 5 as well.
Okay, wow. Alrighty, we got 4 5s. I guess I'm the guy who's no, in all honesty, I agree with you, dude. I've always had a problem with this particular cover. And now that we're looking at it, Superman looks 4 feet tall. Now I prefer Hawkman with natural wings, but you're right, they look lifeless. Everything looks lifeless. Everybody looks like they're you remember that gorilla cover? On the first one we did the gorilla covers, and the gorilla Grodd's holding on to the Flash, and he looks 12 years old. That's what we're getting here. I mean, we're looking at a gray-haired 12-year-old Superman. Yeah, I agree with you guys. This is a 5. This is not great at all. Let's see how the chat does. Kevin Vu says this is a solid 9. Alrighty, and there we go. And Eric and Boyd gives it a 6. Dark Admiral an 8. Black Spider's a 6. Okie dokie. We've got a 6, an 8, and a 6. 10, I like how Power Girl is like, yeah, I'm going to punch him, says MK.
Power Girl's always cool.
By the way, MK does not talk with a country accent. I don't think Pat S does either. Let's see. Joe says 6, so does Ethereal Dragon. All right. 9 for me, says Rick. I love Power Girl. Vandal Savage is always great to see. It'll say Super Squad. I thought grown-up Robin is in the squad. I think he eventually shows up. All right, and that's a 9 from Rick. And we have, I almost went 5. Power Girl saved that score. All-Star Comics 65 said Marani background is too little detail and odd color. Characters of good action, but should be larger. Score is a Savage 7.
Power Girl is cute. She does look like she's going to go, yeah, punch.
That's not Power Girl. Her shirt is wrong. Let's see. That's Black Spiders. 5 heroes are 9K, but the background is poorly done. Seems like it was done last minute to make a deadline, says In a Disguise.
Probably.
Already,
yeah.
and that's another 5. Let's see. Superman looks messed up on all levels. One Slick says 6. Are they fighting on tattooing? Too much negative space. Superman looks like he's in a trance waiting to get punched. And then we have, hey, Dom, from Ethereal. This is very dental office comic. Rhaegar gives it an 8. And this is where we are standing right now. Let me put the stop in.
What is even punching, though? Because Superman fell over and he's missing it completely.
Punching Superman in the back of the thigh. It's not even the dick. It's just right in the back of the thigh.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Once again, apologize for my language. I don't know how you deal with vulgarity there, Amy, so I always find myself apologizing anytime.
She's a sailor.
She swears a lot. Okay, we're going to work the opposite direction. We've got 6 5s, so that takes care of the 1 10, the 2 9s, the 2 8s, and the 1 7, but it leaves all the 6s, and that's where this cover lands.
You watch our readings, I had to beep out a lot of her swear words.
Yeah. Okay. So it's one of those situations.
It's really quite embarrassing.
Yeah, she seems so sweet, but then, she walks into a bar, sailors run out.
Do you remember like on the Dean Martin roast when Georgia Engel would do her thing? And
yeah.
It's kind of like that, only with swearing.
Ah, okay.
Huh?
It looks like it is my turn again, and I get issue number 66. Let me.
We're just kidding, Amy. Amy's a sweetheart. She doesn't swear.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I kind of figured.
This floppy-eared Batman is back.
Go for 66
And
or
Charles Xavier's
666.
walking.
Right.
All righty, and let's see what we're looking. Oh, I like the Ankh as the JSA battles for Wildcat's life. We've got the Icicle. We've got the Brain. Dr. Fate is doing an Ankh shield. Of course, we have the floating heads. Hawkman's reeling back. There's fire in the background. You've got unconscious Flash again. This is a 9 from me. I dig this cover. This is good. Eric, what do you think?
Flash drinks a lot.
Apparently, because he's always falling down.
Yeah. The second this popped up, I said 10.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but it looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
It's the total opposite of the one before.
He's the fastest man with narcolepsy.
Amy, what do you think?
Yeah, this is a lot better. The perspective's a lot clearer. You can tell where the viewer is in this. Also, that super villain duo needs to be called Brain Freeze. Let's see.
I agree with Amy. Forever, this shall be known as Brain Freeze.
I thought that was Papa Smurf at first with his hat.
Oh yeah, it's got like a little floppy hat. That could be.
It's Kermit if he's a human, it was a villain.
Hawkman actually looks really cool. Like he's like it's like kind of a wrestler kind of pose.
Well, when you don't have anything to shoot out of your hands, you just pose.
Yeah, you pose. And now he's clearly gonna go punch something. And the little head icons they have around here are nicely done too. They look really cool. And I like the new Justice Society of America logo in the middle. I think it looks good. And Flash's hat is a little tipped off of his head when he's laying on the ground, which makes sense because, it's metal and it's got a wide brim, so there's no way it couldn't reasonably. So and
what was your score?
It's okay. Yeah, I will give this a 10 as well. It's nice to see them back in form.
Okie dokie. RDB?
So what happened to Green Lantern? They just fire him?
Oh, I don't
Still
know.
on the docks.
What's that?
He's still on the docks.
He's still wasting
He's
time.
still on the docks. Yeah, fighting Solomon Grundy.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
Watching this
the tide
tide just
away.
roll away.
I was referring to the Tim Sheridan Seminole series.
That's just wrong on so many levels. RDB, what do you give this?
I did not read that, and I don't want those images in my head, sir. Incredible action issue. Yes. Like Eric said, he's posing. He's just like doing the Ric Flair move dance, or as he walks forward.
It's like Rude.
Well, Ric Flair does it too. Yeah. It's supposed to be High School Junior or under High School.
Icicle, yeah.
I thought I was like, it's like a crappy version of Mr. Freeze or Captain Cold. Sorry, Captain Cold. Yeah. I gotta give this an 8.
8. All right. And Dominic, what do you say?
Well, definitely an improvement of issue number 65. I can tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what would you score?
Well, I'll go with the improvement from composition to the colors and backgrounds, bringing everything together. I gotta give this one a 9.
Colors are very nice.
Yep. Okay, so going over to the chat, we've got Eric and Boyd saying 7, and Dark Admiral saying 8, and Joe saying 7. And let's see. All-Star Comics 66 focus is on the Ankh flash down battle cover. Colors unify the design. The cover sells the book. Scored a battle 10. That's from Maranya. Rick says 7. I like it. Is this the first book that doesn't say Super Squad? Yes. Yeah, you're right. That is good call on that. 65 said super. Yeah, this is it.
That's because Robin got fired.
Righty. Oh,
Trying
come
to
on.
get pants
Where you
here
need to go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's see. Rhaegar's giving it a 7, and so is In a Disguise and Ethereal, so that makes 4 of them. Let's see. 10 from MK. I like all the action. Hawkman flexing like Arnold over there. Jay KO'd on the ground. The dude with the PJs jester hat back there. The portal all really cool, and I like the floating heads. All righty, we got a 10 from MK. One Slick 9. Action sequence is better than in this one. Dr. Fate saving Hawkman's bacon yet again. Well drawn. All right, we got a 9. And I hate the guy that tried to ruin the Golden Age. Green Tom Taylor. It was horrible, horrible book. We did a couple of readings on this of it. As the saying goes, you want a reading of the good books, go on over to Geeky Puppet Show. They do funny readings of good books, and we do good readings of funny books, the bad ones.
I was gonna say, if you want the good books, Geeky Puppet Show. If you want to like read current Power Girl today, or Babs and Outsiders, here.
Yeah, like I said, if you want bad readings of good books, go on over to Geeky Puppet Show. If you want good readings of bad books, you can stay here. Yeah.
Bad readings? What? Only on this channel here, buddy.
That's why I worded it the way I did the first time. I didn't want to say bad readings. So I said comical. Yeah, because you guys do the funny voices and all that. All right, we got the stop, but what we have here is 6 7s and 4 10s. So those go away. And so do the 3 9s, leaving the 2 8s. And this ends up in the 8 pile. Really?
I love it when I get like a backhanded compliment on a video from like 2 years ago. It's like, oh, thanks for watching it finally.
Oh, yeah. I'll get people who say, yeah, I just disagree with you. Like, this video, or yeah, what you said there was completely wrong. This video is 6 years old. What did I say?
I don't remember.
But yeah, thanks for watching. I have no idea what you're talking about. Is usually the.
Thanks for engaging.
You said we read this, next week. It's been 6 years. Stop reading it.
Oh yeah, that happens. And tomorrow we're gonna do this, and we never get to tomorrow. Yeah. Alrighty, it is Eric's turn again, and he's got issue number 67.
Eric's got issues.
Wow.
Here's your coffee, sir.
Thank you, Carl. I bet I'm probably gonna be the only one, but I think I'm gonna tend this just for the. It's so bizarre looking, and the one monster that's bigger than the rest of them looks like a complete dork. But I really, really like this cover. And I guess Hawkman didn't set his alarm.
No, I can't.
That's there's a video there, by the way. Okay, so Eric gives it a 10. Amy, what are you looking at here? What do you say?
He does look like broccoli. It looks like they're fighting broccoli.
They're fighting broccoli.
The chocolate broccoli. But it is the composition's done well. The perspective's good. I mean, Power Girl looks like she's up in the air, but she's up in the air. And that they do a good job using that verticalness, both in framing the logo and in just kind of keeping the movement in sort of a circular composition. It's like I said, knee-jerk reaction looking at it is these look dorky, but if you go like, yeah, well, that's kind of the idea, though, it actually is very well rendered. Yeah, I'll give this a 10 too.
Okay, RDB, what do you say?
They just don't want to do the boob one anymore.
I know.
What the heck, man?
He has a belt again.
Who has the belt? Oh, she
Power
does?
Girl.
Oh. She's trying out different costumes, apparently. Or they're all getting destroyed.
Poor thing.
Yeah. Poor costume.
Mm-hmm.
That guy looks like a dork. I mean, he's like, I'm a big, powerful guy. I got these little legs with 3 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's zany. We get to actually, Wildcat actually fighting, doing something.
Mm-hmm.
I like that the Flash is kind of like, I'm here, guys. I'm here. And
Me
then
too.
you got the guys in the back with their arms out like, to curse you.
All right, so what would you score it?
I'm going to give it a 10.
All right. How about you, Dom?
Well, what I say may end up repeating Amy and everyone else in terms of critiquing the art. So I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. This is a strong 10.
All righty, strong 10. I'm not so sure it's a 10. I do have to say I love the "it has to be the morning after" costume that's on the bad guys there, the aliens anyway. I do like the fact that even though it's cluttered, like Amy said, this is a very well rendered book. It's a good cover. That being said, I'm going to give this one an 8. Okay, and let's go check out what the chat has to say about this. Ethereal Dragon gives it an 8, and Joe and Eric and Boyd give it a 7 each. Okay, and then we have score 9 for Power Girl, says Rick. All right. Let's see. One Slick. Most of the heroes are lost in the chaos. Almost missed Hawkman way in the back. It's very cluttered, says One Slick, giving it an 8. Maranya says, All-Star Comic 67, Silver Age silliness personified. Power Girl or Bronze Age buffoonery. Power Girl, the main focus of the heroes fighting Broccoli Man. Broccoli. This sells the book. Scored a veggie 10. My kids had those videos. All right, so we have a Black Spider 6, 7 from Rhaegar, and 8 from Dark Admiral, and MK says 9. So we have a 6, a 7, an 8, and a 9. All right, let's see. And do we have a 10? Asks MK. No, we get a 7 from In a Disguise. Perspective looks off. Flash is so small, and it seems messy. Orc thing face seems silly, not scary, and his arms look like twigs. Hit the gym, buddy. All righty. And MK not getting that 10 says, damn. All right, let me get it right here. Once again, you're still able to vote past the stop, but I just put it up for my own amusement, I guess.
Are we really body shaming an alien? If you guys not learned anything in the past 20 years, don't body shame.
Virtually. Okay, so let's see. We have 1-6 bringing down one of those 5 10s. And then we've got 4 7s knocking out the rest of those. We've got 4 8s versus 2 9s. This goes in the 8 column. Skinny alien kids. Here we go. All righty. Zoink. And let's move on. I believe it is Amy's turn again, right? Or yeah.
Sure.
Okay, and you get issue number 68.
Oh, what have we got here? I don't know. Okay, so hey, Green Lantern's back. Okay, that's good. We have
behind him.
who's this guy? I don't know, but he seems to be the problem, I guess.
Well, yeah, behind him is Psycho Pirate. Look at the mask on his thing.
Yep.
Oh, he's
so Psycho Pirate is controlling the Green Lantern to attack the JSA.
Oh, okay. It's a really simple cover. There's not a lot of environmental interactions, but the poses are well done, and the layouts, it works. I think I could give this. Yeah, I think I'd give this an 8.
Okay. How about you, RDV?
Wow, what's happened to Star Spangled Boy there? He is really gritting his teeth there.
I guess he got
And poor Hogman, because he showed up late, they cut him off. We got the Heisman stands from Dr. Fate back there. You can run throw a football.
Yep, he's kind of doing his own thing there.
I'm gonna say this is the manliest Alan Scott's ever looked in his whole entire comic book life.
Okay.
It's a 10.
All righty, we got a 10 from RDV. Dominic.
Yeah, strong. The composition is strong, and Even though like there's no like sense of where this action is taking place.
Mhm.
It's not cluttered. It's not cluttered, and the focus is on Psycho Pirate and Alan. I gotta give this one another 10.
All righty. And Eric, what do you think?
10. I've waited the whole series for the floating heads going down the side of the cover. And the
All
cover's
righty.
also cool, so.
That's actually pretty cool. Actually, I was going to mention that if you get rid of the floating heads, open it up a little bit, it'd probably be a 10. As is, it's done very well. This is a really good cover.
Mhm.
I might still give it, like you said, it's weird. It does cut off the picture, but they also add, and from here on in, the covers, in my opinion, from here up, reach a level that they have not reached as before. I think this is a 9. I like this. I like the fact that you guys mentioned the background and where this takes place. It takes place in Green Lantern's mind. And basically that's what's going on. He is tormented. All of the anguish is coming from Alan Scott being controlled by Psycho Pirate to hurt his friends. And I think that's what you're seeing, because the background is green. And I do believe that's what it represents. This is a really good cover. I give it a 9. Let's see. Going up to Eric Boyd, giving it a 10, and Ethereal Dragon an 8, and Rhaegar a 10, as well as Dark Admiral and Eric Boyd again. Oh, I think he's rewriting. So 8, 10, 10, 10, 6 from Black Spider. 8, 10, 10, 10, 6. 8, 10, 10, 10, 6. Alrighty, MK, that is badass. I like how GL is knocking everybody back, and he gives it a 10. Alrighty, and then we've got One Slick Dude saying 10. Art is great, action is tops. Love how the power ring is radiating the energy.
Mhm.
And Maranya saying All-Star Comics 68, chaotic battle cover, which works. Green Lantern attack focus of the cover, which it should be, scored a devious 10. Rick, 10. My dad bought me this at the minute mark. I love Dr. Fate, Green Lantern, and Power Girl. Looks nice floating on her back, and we have just discovered that Rick is an old fart like me and Eric. So there you go. All right, we get a 10 from him. 9 from In a Disguise. Lots of action, nice coloring. Doctor, was your eyes reflect to the center? Doctor, was your eyes flint to the center? Though Captain America looks like he's having an it's Star Spangled Kid, but okay. It seems to have caused a type of gnomes tonight. Yeah, I see that. It's okay. We'll try to make sense of it, but he gives it a 9. And let's see. There we go. Let's get the stop in. And once again, yes, old as F, says Rick. Hey, join the club, brother. Alrighty, so here's what we got going on right now for this one. We have 1 6. We do have to count that empty slot on 7. We have 2 8s and 2 9s, so that's 2 4 6, and that takes away 6 of the 10 10s. But since there's still 4 left, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we have our second 10. Oh, third 10 of the night. All righty. And let's see. That was RDV, right? So it is back to Dominic, who gets issue number 16. Oh, key issue, ladies and gentlemen. Dominic, you get issue 69. Now, just a little story, if you don't mind me telling it.
Sure.
The Huntress. This book and the other, the DC Superstars, number 17, right?
Yep.
Oh, it was okay. This actually was released on the same day, so technically they're both first appearances. Now, if you go chronologically, the DC Superstars leads into this. So a lot of people, since also she's on the cover prominently, of the DC Superstars sees that as the first appearance, but they were both released on the very same day.
Neat.
First appearance, Huntress, or one of them. Go on ahead, Dominic. What do you think? What would you score this?
A very action-packed filled cover.
Mhm.
And not to mention it gets the reader's attention. It makes him curious on not only what's going on, but also what's going to happen next as they appear into the interior of the book. Action is strong. Everyone's very dynamic, and once again, it's not cluttered.
Mhm.
All right. And what would you score it?
Yeah. Well, third time's a charm. I'm considering giving this a strong 10.
All righty. Eric.
I see a bunch of selfish heroes. Not one of them willing to give up their spot so Huntress could be on the cover of her first appearance.
Right?
There's a lot of truth to that. Yes.
Other than that, though, I'm going to give this a 9. It's hard for me to give a 10 to anything Jack Abel inked. So he's just kind of like the epitome of mediocrity, but
Okay.
it's still a 9.
Amy, what do you say?
I do like the layout. It's very nicely done, and the colors are good. The drawings themselves seem well rendered.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. I forgot to put in the start.
Oh, oops.
Keep going.
Yeah, is that Robin? Did Robin come back, or is this somebody else over there?
That's Robin.
Oh, okay. We haven't seen him in a long time. I'm glad he's all right. Yeah, it's nice. It's well done. I don't think it's it is exciting and well arranged, but it's, I think, not as engaging as some as I have seen. So I would give this a nice. It's awesome, but it doesn't strike me as to have that special something that makes it like super awesome. So.
All righty. A 9, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And RDV.
He went to go finish his donuts.
Oh, okay. Dominic, start us off. RDV, are you there? Okay.
Yeah, I was muted.
Oh, okay. Go on ahead, man.
Let's see. The Starman said, "Cosmic Boy or Star Spangled Kid, you cannot have my rod anymore. I need it back. You repossessed the rod." Green Lanterns is making stupid constructs that have nothing to do with anybody, unless he's gonna kill Robin with it. Dr. Midnight, what the hell are you gonna do? I'm gonna punch Wonder Woman, dude. She's freaking immortal. She's gonna kill you.
It's not gonna work out, my dude.
I gotta give this a 7. It's
All right.
It's there's no Batman, there's no Superman, there's no one to care about. Where's Hawkman? Not on the
That
cover.
explains all the 2s for the Vampirella covers. So, anywho, let's see what we're looking at. I think it's a very crowded cover. It's not cluttered though. You can tell.
No.
You can tell who's who, but you can't really tell what are they doing. Like you've got some coming this way, but some are fighting this way, and it says the new team versus the original. So you would assume it's Power Girl, Dr. Fate, Green Lantern, Flash, Star Spangled Kid against right now Starman, Dr. Midnight, and Wonder Woman and Robin. But it's like, who are they going for? It's all over the place. I think that keeps it away from the 10 column for me. I'm going to give this one an 8. I like it visually, but when you start looking at it, it kind of breaks down. So, yeah, I'm going to agree with RDV. That's a 7. It's good. Yeah. It's just not great. Let's see. Rick says Robin is finally on the cover, and Joe says 8. Okay.
Also, I think they're in the Batcave because there's a giant penny over the right, but there's no Batman.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Where's the penny?
Let's see. All-Star Comics 69, another battle cover. Why are the teams fighting each other? Colors balance the design. This sells the book. Maranya says a 10. A battle 10. Eric and Boyd says 8, and Ethereal says 8.
I just want Batman to be off panel and be like, get the hell out of my cave.
MK says 10. I like how everyone is in an action post. How Wonder Woman is like, yeah, arm wrestle me. All right. And then we have, let's see, a 9 from Dark Admiral and an 8 from Rhaegar. Alrighty, and it has Wonder Woman, Power Girl, Dr. Fate, and Helena Wayne. Alrighty, and let's see who I did not get up here. Into Disguise says 9, nice cover, lots of action, lots of color, gives impression that some things are coming right at you. And then One Slick Dude says, introducing Huntress, why isn't she in the action of the cover? Exactly, and he gives it a 9. And then we have an 8 from Rick, which I think I got later, right? Nope. Yeah, he did. He reposted 8. But I'll read your post because I see you wrote something there. Solid 8. Love Wonder Woman, Starman, Dr. Midnight, Green Lantern. I really dig this, says Rick. And here's something. If you guys are new to the channel, super chats are absolutely welcome and appreciated. So are Ko-Fi donations and such. If you like our content, please go on ahead. This is the way I try to make a living and help out my wife with the bills and such. That being said, I've never made that a requirement to have your comments read. So,
question.
What's up?
Did you monetize this?
Yes. Yes, okay. I did remember that. All right. We got the stop on this round. And once again, you can still vote, and your voice will go to the score, of which we have 2 7s and 3 10s. But here we go, gang. We've got 5 8s and 5 9s. This is a 9, ladies and gentlemen. All righty. Okay, let's find this. It's right here. I do believe we are on Eric, right? Is it your turn again? Who went last time? I think Dominic went last time. So first. So, yep, it is. Well, I guess technically it's my turn. And then we'll get to you. Okay, my turn. Let's see what we got here. Obviously, the floating heads, the Legionnaire roll call. I like the fact that the Justice Society of America, the logo, has stopped being cumbersome to the art. I do like that. We've got Helena Wayne as Huntress coming in, finally getting her All-Star Comics cover debut. And the way her cape is flapped out, just like her dad's. We have the bad guy saying, you've interfered with the strike force, now prepare to be executed. Not if the Huntress can help it. And believe me, I can. She's rolling in. Good renderings. I like the muscles on the back of Wildcat and on Star Spangled Kid. They're both rendered well. And I think really what you should be taking away is the shadow on the back wall of the wings. Ladies and gentlemen, I dig this. The window showing the cityscape outside. Details good. Colors good. Heroes pop. This is a 10. All righty, Eric, what do you say? Oh, let me get the go for you guys.
Bye.
I came this in close to ending the stream.
Oh no.
Yeah, I reached up. I just clipped it. It was
let me go get this go, and you left.
I just erased myself. Yeah, but the thing is, I was like, nope, and I moved it and hit, and I guess I don't know how I cut myself off, but I was like this close to ending the stream.
You probably hit the extra.
All right,
there somehow.
Go for what are we on? We are on 72, right? 70. Issue number 70. Okay, so we're go for 70. And it is Eric's turn.
We already started this one. You gave it a 10 and I gave it a 10.
Yeah.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I did not hear your 10.
I
did just kick myself out.
You said. Oh,
okay.
Yeah, while you were kicking yourself out, I was agreeing with you.
Okay. RDB. Oh, wait. All of a sudden, Amy's
What?
first. Okay, so RDB, what do you say?
That's because you're not screen sharing. That's just weird. Anyway, so I guess it's granted a cape, Hunter's cape. Is it designed to be 2 strands? That's it, like that going 2 different directions, kind of like the beetle.
I would say it's more like just run with
It
it.
was like Batman. It must be a very, very short cape with a really long, like she has 2 long. She's wearing 2 capes. One's going the other direction. One's going a different direction.
Like Storm, right?
I guess no, I wouldn't say storm, but I mean I know what you're trying to say with that, but
Mm.
it looks weird. It looks like you're wearing a
Well,
glider
it's not
cape.
going in different directions. She's coming downward, and the cape, if you look at the way it's bent, it's actually going up the way it would have.
But why is it going so far to the left and so far to the right, but not so far back?
Because they don't have room on the cover to draw it as far as one side as they did the other. She's not centered.
That's why I say it looks so weird to me.
Okay. But what would you score the cover?
But it's good. It's a cool cover. Kirk coming in. You got the yes, guys are useless. It's the one comes in and saves them. I give it a woke 10.
Alrighty. Okay, and Amy, what do you think? Or Dom, what do you think?
I gotta give this one another 10. Well, actually strong. The cover really helps sell the book, and well, like I say, like the colors help bring the characters and the background together.
Okay. So what do you score this?
A 10.
I just said it, a 10.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. What? 10? Okay. See, you just said it, and I swear I did not. I didn't. I had to. Oh, okay. He said 10. Alrighty, Amy. What do you think? What would you score this?
Yeah, I would score this a 10 too. It's very well
All right.
done. And it's nice to see her finally get to be on a cover. I mean, it's her second appearance, but still,
Mm-hmm.
good for her.
And again, everything is rendered nicely.
Very nicely rendered and good colors.
Alrighty. Let's see. In a Disguise 7. Okay. Cover, except it seems like they're all in a tilted funhouse, and that just bothers me for some reason. Alrighty. We got a 7 from In a Disguise 9. I love the Huntress, says Rick. Alrighty. I'm thinking Rick is digging on the JSA. I think he and Zach would get along. All right. Ethereal is saying, Rick, are you Zach? Rick, Ethereal Dragon is saying 8. Alrighty. And Maranya says, just Society number 7. Well drawn and designed cover. Dramatic, sells book. Score a Huntress 10. And then we have MK. I like the Huntress pose alone, about to hit somebody with her booty. Give her a 10. Next up, we have Joe giving it an 8. All right. And we have a 10 for American Boyd. I dig Huntress's cape, shadow, and pose. Hot. I hear what RDB is saying, but I overlook it, says Eric Boyd. One Slick says 8. While characters are well done, the background is confused as to what is inside and what is outside. Is the dotted line supposed to represent the wall height? There's a dotted line?
Yeah, by her butt.
Oh, okay.
I know. You didn't see it. It says on the butt.
Yeah, I haven't. Should have have had a color break between those, and that's One Slick Dude's 8. But also Rhaegar gives it an 8, and Dark Admiral says 10. All righty, kids. Let me put the stop up, and once again, remember you can keep voting if you want. There we go. We got the stop, and just because I'm here and I'm thinking about it, and I don't want to screw up again, go for 71.
Yeah, her shadow looks a little weird too. Yeah, it only shows the cape and nothing else.
Okay, and this is what we got here. What we got here is a 7, and then we have 1 7, 4 8s, 1 9, and 8 10s. This survives the 10 column just by 1. All right. Here we go. And we get our 4th 10 of the evening. All righty. And let's go ahead and we will give the next one, I believe, to, it should be Eric's turn on this, but things got a little messed up. So now it is Amy's.
Oh, look at this. This is kind of a different style for the book, isn't it? Let's see. Justice Society of America, showdown with the Strike Force. Okay, well, I guess she managed to get them out of the brink because they're all fighting now.
Yep.
The line art or the inks are kind of interesting, and it's drawn well enough. I think I'd give this an 8.
All right. We have an 8. Okay, Eric, what do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, I always like this cover. I'm going to give it a 9.
Uh-huh.
I almost wish that Star Spangled Kid wasn't in it because it looks like it's just like a Pier 6 brawl with Wildcat and Huntress. And and Star Spangled Kid just seems to be just like taking a starbolt of some kind for no apparent reason in the front.
It's like an orange hands grabbing him or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but I just always like the Wildcat and Huntress. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's almost like if it was just them, it would be these two against great odds, and almost like they had that as a cover, and someone went, "Wait, isn't Star Spangled Kid in this as well?" And and so they put him in front of the action. RDV, what do you think?
Well, it's great to see that you got the kid in the front holding an invisible sign protesting.
That's what it is. Okay.
Or he just had an energy blast go through his chest and he's dead now.
Well, let's go with the invisible sign then.
Strike Force, I love them. They're all by numbers. So do you fight him in order then, like 1 and then 2 comes at you and then 3? Like, at one time. Cool. Yep.
1 solid, 1 has stripes.
Yeah, so it just looks like Wildcat got stuck watching the kid. And he's like, oh shit. No. Once again, it's only 3 heroes on the team, and yeah, I guess it's alright. I guess they're at a stadium.
Yeah.
And people are upset because there's no more hot dogs because Wildcat ate all of them and drink all the beer.
Oh no, that is sad.
I gotta give it a 9 though. It's just kind of like lame villains. To me, it's like having multiple men. Jimmy Madrox, whenever you fight against people, it's like, all right, we've seen this multiple times now.
Right.
All righty. And we got a 9. And Dominic, what do you say?
What I say is this one is a strong 9.
All right. And I agree. I agree that this it's a good cover, but Eric makes a really good point. This is a 10 if you get rid of the Star Spangled Kid. It really is.
There's negative space in the top where he could go and
be
interesting.
You could, as a matter of fact, if you look at the arm, if you look at the arm on the guy, look at the arm on the guy above the deadliest game in town. He's reaching out for something. What if he was actually holding Star Spangled Kid? All of a sudden, this looks like an even more brutal fight. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Dom?
I said that's what I was thinking. That's what helped not only like give. I mean, the fight like still has weight, but with one of the henchmen, like having Star Spangled Kid on a stranglehold, being lifted up like that, it makes it more intense.
Yep.
I'm
giving this an 8, and let me go to the chat, and we have In a Disguise saying he is cute when he's mathing. Well, thank you very much. I work out. The dot line is probably an art reference that was supposed to be erased, says Joe. We have Eric and Boyd giving this an 8, and Joe is giving it a 7, and Ethereal Dragon is giving it an 8. Okay, we got 8, 7, and 8. All righty, and MK says 9 for me. In a Disguise says 9. Good cover. A fight scene is always a winner. So we have 2 9s here. Next up, I got it. Next up, Rhaegar gives it a 6. Every party has a pooper. That's why we invited you, Mr. Rhaegar. Dark Admiral gives this a 9. I agree. Starboy takes me out of it. That's Legion of Superheroes. And Summoner gives it a 6. We got a 6 and a 9. All righty. Wildcat says One Slick being restrained by Inspector 12. I guess it's in some kind of stadium. Star Spangled Kid looks like a space filler, and he gives it an 8. Let's see. All-Star Comics 71. Battle is well drawn, and the focus of the cover. Starboy belongs on another cover. The flaws bring this down to a 9. Okay, and let's see. Boom. We will put up the stop once again. If you haven't voted, please do. But for now, let's put that up. And just so I do not forget, I will put go for 72 right after it. And let's see where this one lands. We have 2 6s and 1 7. Okay, and that helps to bring down those 7 9s, and we have 5 8s. So this one makes it to the 8 column. Bum, bum. Da-da-da. All right, Eric, you get to start us off this time, and it is issue number 72, sir, with Thorn.
7.
Okay.
I like Joe Staten, but damn, some of the times it covers, I don't know, it just doesn't look good. So, yeah, 7.
Okay. All righty, Amy, what do you say? Oh, I'm sorry, RDB, what do you say?
I say, wow, that looks a lot better. Everybody's picking like Wildcats. I got this, guys. Leave me alone. I got this. And they're like, and Jay's like, are you sure you don't need help? Go away.
I got
She's
it
hot. I'm about to get her number, I swear.
She's about to get your number, buddy.
What do you give this, RDB?
10.
Okay. How about you, Dom?
I got Amy. Still need to think about this.
Okay.
Okay, Amy, what do you say?
Something about this makes me think of Ben Edlund, like the Tick comic.
Okay.
And it's kind of a rough art, but it's funny too, and I like it. I don't know why, but I want to say 10. There's just something I like about the characters, and maybe because it looks like it's got personality that way. But it's funny. I like it.
All righty.
Too.
I'm in agreement with you. I love this cover. And yeah, okay, you could say Flash is in an awkward pose. Everybody's coming to Wildcat's rescue while Thorn is beating the out of them. But 1, I agree, MK, she looks hot. 2, it does look like it's not just a punch cover. There's consequences to what she's doing to Wildcat with a torn costume. I like the background. I like the colors in the background that kind of frame the Justice Society logo. Everything works here, including the coloring on Thorn's skin, the red hair. Later, yes, she is black in later issues, but for now, you got her in her original form. I am kidding. But there you go. Yeah, I'm going to give this one a 10 as well. All righty. Dominic, your turn.
I gotta give this one a 10 as well. Well, composition is strong. Everyone is dynamic, and I concur with what you said. There are consequences to Thorn's actions as a result of her attack at Ted, not I almost called him Ted, but Wildcat, and also, every member of the Justice Society is in reaction to this action, as they want to save their friend and stop Thorn from causing any more trouble.
Exactly. Alrighty, and we got a 10 we got everybody in. There's everybody in. The show is about to begin. All right, so Ethereal says 6, Joe says 7, and Chrononaut says 8. Hello to Chrononaut. We have a 6, a 7, and an 8. And then we have a 10 from MK. I like how she scratched his suit open, and she's kind of hot, giving it a 10. And then we have Maranya saying, All-Star 72, the concept is good, but the execution could be better. It does tell a story and sells the book, so even with flaws, it gets a 10. Next up, 8, Thorn saves it from being a 7. Wildcat looks stiff. I said looks stiff. Get your mind out of the gutter. Never! Okay, so Dark Admiral also says 8. Okie dokies. And One Slick says 7. Wildcat looks like the assistant in a knife throwing act in a circus, and everyone else is rushing to get a seat for the show. Thorn is the best part of the cover, and that was a 7 from him.
Green Lantern have the popcorn? We don't see.
He'll create it. It'll be a green box popcorn. And Rhaegar says 9. BKB. Let me get the stop up. But once again, remember what the hell's going on here? Just okay. Thank you. Oh, guys, if you haven't voted in the poll for what next, by all means, please do. Each of us came up with a random title. It's just a random title tonight. Whoops. Oh, there went my paperwork. Okay. Also, let's see what we've got going on here. Stop it. Oh, hold on just a sec. Let's say, God dang. Okay, go for 73. There we are. And what we have here is 1 6 and 6 10. So we get 1 6, but then we got 3 7s and then 3 8. So now we're back into the 9, but we have 1 9, and that's where this ends up. In the 9s. All righty, and we are on to, I believe, RDV starting us off. So here you go, sir. You get issue number 73.
It's been so long. What do I do?
Is he Waffles?
Waffles?
He's the sports master, but if you want to call him Waffles, I guess.
The waffle governor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He is the sports governor.
I was more concerned about Green Lantern. He's supposed to get ahead.
Oh.
Wow, Thorn looks like a golden age actual villainous in this one.
I know, like the original Black Widow.
Yep, kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then it's Helena Wayne. I prefer calling her Helena Wayne. Huntress versus, I guess, Tigra? Or was that close to Catwoman?
No, goodness, it wasn't Catwoman. What was her name?
She's
even in the show. Venkman, the Stargirl show, because that's the sports master and that's his wife.
Crap. Tigers.
There you go. Okay.
Tiger. Or something like that.
Something, yes. Rick, help us out. Who is that character? You're the JSA dude here. Unless I
watched that show like what? It's been over for 2 years now, hasn't it?
I know, right? One of the freaking best superhero TV shows of all time. All right. But anyway, what do you score this cover?
Honestly, all I see is Waffle now. Thanks.
I want Waffles.
It's like they wanted to get Gambit to death, but they couldn't say it was Gambit, so they had to dress him up. That's why he's throwing those kinetically charged cards. Look at them, they're glowing.
Yeah.
And then Power Girl's like, ever since I debuted, they just keep pushing me further to the back of the cover.
Poor thing.
This is a weird. Sports master, sports governor, call him. He looks like a gypsy girl. Like he's a concubine.
What do you score it, sir?
This is a 7.
I gotta ring you in here, man.
I can't go any higher than that.
Okay.
In fact, I might just go lower as we go on.
Dominic, what do you think? Amy, what do you think?
I think I want Waffles now.
I have Waffles too in a box.
Oh, nice. It is
better than having Mad Men in them.
It's not boring, and that's saying something. It's bizarre, but it's not dull. So I think or like a 7. Is 7 good?
7 is good. That 7 is good. That's the scoring. Yep.
Okay.
All righty. Dom, you with us?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know. No, my mic was still muted. But anyway, what I was gonna say before I realized that I was still muted, I give this issue a 7 because, like Amy said, it's not boring. Right? However, there's just a lot that's missing really from this cover.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is dynamic. Like no one is stiff. It doesn't feel phoned in. However, it doesn't like leave much to really tease the readers of what's happening in the book.
All right.
It's that Cajun Moon Knight waffle grifter.
Okay, Eric, what do you say?
Well, I have to disagree with with my boy there.
I know you're gonna go 10, aren't you? Because you're just crazy like that.
Well, yes, because it's got the waffle governor.
With the Moon Knight, but at first I thought it was like a Moon Knight looking mask, but I'm like, that looks more like grifter.
Well, everybody talks about everybody ripping off Gambit. Hell, this is 10 years before Gambit.
Oh.
And Gambit ripped off Bullseye too while he was at it.
Yeah,
but I
Gambit's
digress.
He's so cool though.
if you say so, Shay.
Bullseye wasn't cool until Colin Farrell played him in the movie.
Shut up.
All righty. What do you give this cover, Eric?
I'm going to give this a 10.
Okay, we got a 10 from Eric. We've got 3 7s. I'm looking at this. I like the fact that they have 3 different action scenes talking about what's going on in the book. This sells the book. We do have the floating heads with Green Lantern. We got Dr. Fate. That being said, I do think it's not crowded, it's cluttered. But I still think it's a cool and very good cover. I'm giving it an 8.
You get rid of Waffle Boy and put another girl in there.
Waffle Man, extra crispy. Okay, so for those Mystery Men fans, all righty. Let's see. Thank the Lord he didn't say OBKB. Let's Stoppy Whoppies. No, I did not. No. OBKB, by the way, is Mushmouth from the Fat Albert Show.
Can I put mine up to a 9? The more I look at it, the more I kind of like just the.
Okay.
If I just look at the left side, it's a 10. If I look at the right side, it's like, what the hell is going on?
Right?
I bet you never said the left side is a 10 before. Okay, so Summoner saying 6, so is Ethereal Dragon and Joe. 1, 2, and 3. 7 from the Summoner, and we have a 6 from Eric and Boyd.
That's not true.
Next up, we have 8 Summoner, and let's see, we have a 10 from Rhaegar.
As soon as Lucy opened her mouth, she was no longer a 10.
Let's see, what'd you say?
I said that's not true. As soon as AOC she opened her mouth, she went from a 10 down to a 6.
That is, well, yeah, that's what I said. You never said that about, yeah. Okay, so let's see. This cover is, hold on. Hostile Awful Waffle Apostle, says Rhaegar. Wasn't he in the Young Justice cartoon as Artemis's dad? I only saw the first season of that. Dark Admiral says it's an 8. Alrighty. And then we have a 7 from One Slick saying this type of divided cover doesn't work. Sportsmaster is Gambit's older brother, and he's giving it a 7. OBKB. Let's see. So bad it's good, says Rhaegar. Had cheesecake pancakes for supper. We had Massaman. Well, I had Massaman. They had basil fried rice.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it was
yeah, Tigress, yeah. Artemis Paula Brooks.
He is the Grand Kleagle of waffle enthusiasts. Maranya says, All-Star 73, chaotic cover and not in a good way. Parts are good, but put it together, it's off. Pick one of the villain hero pairs to focus on. Score Silver Age Silliness 10 from Maranya.
I can't tell which version this is. Is this supposed to be like Artemis Croc as Tigress, or is this like her mom?
This is older.
Because I thought Young Justice changed that, so I was confused.
Artemis didn't come around until 90s. Let's see. I'll go 9 from MK. And let's see. Stop waffling. How much Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew RDV had this or consumed?
How much? I what?
How much sugar have you consumed?
1 can.
There you go.
How many donuts?
All right, we got the stop, and let me put up for go for 74. And so that's all set and ready for the next one. Where we're standing with this one, however, we have 4 6s, knocking out those 3 10s and 1 9. Then we got to move up to the 4 7s. That's knocking out a 9 and the other 8s. And this ends up being a 7. All right, not the worst cover. That being said,
actually,
Dominic, you get to close us out tonight. This is the very last cover of the evening, the very last issue of All Star, and before it becomes All Star Squadron. But we have, you ready? You ready, Dom?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All righty, you get issue number 74.
We were both wrong. Her name was Huntress in that comic book.
Ah, Huntress. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
It's not a bad cover. However, not a 10. It's not a 9 either. I give this one a tepid 8.
All righty, an 8 from Dom. How about you, Amy?
Where there's like a big hand in the background.
Yeah, it says the hand of the Master Summoner reaches out and sending the JSA to save Earth.
Interesting. You know, it's kind of simple in the way it's put together, but the drawings really are very nicely done, and the characters all look very classic, which is cool. Is Wonder Woman part of the Justice Society?
She was.
Oh, neat.
Why am I hearing her echoing?
No, it's it's like a TV or a radio.
Someone watching YouTube with their volume up?
I don't.
That's weird.
Well, what would you score this, Amy?
I like it. I think I would give this a 9.
Okay, and Eric, what do you think?
I like the sound of Governor Summoner. But yeah, it just looks to me like the JSA is like, last issue, later, bitches. We're out. But this to me, this is a 10 because you can clearly see all the characters, even if Mr. Midnight, Robin, and Wonder Woman are kind of way in the background. But no, I like this a lot.
All righty. This is Stern. Is that who I'm seeing?
No, this is Staten.
Staten.
And probably
Giordano.
Giordano, yeah.
Yeah.
All righty.
RDV,
what do you think?
I think that Robin just feels left out. He's all in the middle in the palm of that hand. I can't fly, guys.
Like he's the only one.
Everyone else is flying, and he's just kind of like, crap. Even somehow Jay's running in like air, or he's going as he's falling to his death. Yeah, Hawkman is in a pose, and Huntress is like, hey.
Hey.
Yeah, it is kind of phoned in, and it is very crowded. It kind of feels like Wonder Woman's like, or not Wonder Woman, but Power Girl. It was like gonna stop, and then like she's gonna get trampled by everybody else behind her.
No.
I'm just gonna bounce off of her.
So what do you score this?
I'm giving this an 8.
An 8. Alrighty. I'm looking at this, and I've always loved this cover with the heroes going forward. Now I'm looking at it. That hand is so cumbersome. It's just not needed. You take away the hand, you put Superman in the center, you have everybody surround him, you make it just like a almost like the Super Friends cover, where people flying out. I do know that Super Friends are the the triangle and such.
You can be a break. They fixed it.
But say again.
You remember the end of the Brave and the Bold cartoon series? They all stood around with cups of coffee, or drinks, whatever they had in there.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a way to go with this.
Just having them sit around with cups of coffee.
Whatever.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I do think it's a strong cover. I'm going to give it an 8. It's very good. Let's see what everybody else says in the chat. We got 8 billion grams, says Rhaegar. Don't know what that's about. Let's see. Disagree. Waffles are way better for chicken and gravy or cream chip beef. Oh, I love chicken and waffles. I was about to say, like you were in Florida. Go to the Grand Floridian Hotel. Oh, actually, you are, Amy. Go to the Grand Floridian Hotel. There's the Grand Floridian Cafe at the back of the main lobby. It is not expensive, and it's got such good chicken and waffles. Highly recommend.
Do you have to be checked in, or can you just?
No, you make you do have to make a reservation for the restaurant, but otherwise, yeah. And by doing that, they'll let you park, and so long as you make your reservation, you can even hop on a monorail and go around if you need to. We've done it.
I disagree. Just put 2 eggs in the toaster, and then get your maple syrup, and you're good.
It's really good. Okay, so let's see. Eric Boyd says a 9. Rhaegar says 8. Joe says 8. All right, we got 1 9 and 2 8s. And then MK says 10, and so does Dark Admiral. All righty. Let's see. Meow Mutta says Evil Black Cat. Maranya says All-Star Comics 74. The cover almost has an animated cell kind of feel with the way it's inked and colored. Battle cover conveys the story and sells the book. Score it a dynamic 10. And so does Summoner. Summoner, are you actually related to Governor Summoner?
Well, actually, he has to name twice, so to cancel it out, then he's just nothing.
Then we need one more. Right. Governor. Ethereal Dragon says 9. And then we have One Slick saying 8. Perspective on Green Lantern is weird. Looks like he's only half there. Huntress looks like she's dancing rather than getting ready to fight. Let's see. Okay. And I like putting sunny side up over easy and the cream cheese, onion, bagel. Ew, I can't have onions. So anytime anybody mentions onions, I get the ew thing. Okay, so that being said, here we go. Last cover of the night. If you haven't voted, will count towards the score. But let's see where this puppy is going to be placed.
I just like taking our onion and just biting right into it like an apple.
That is absolutely gross. there is no saving you, sir. Okay, so what we got here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10s. We've got 5 8s, 3 9s. This ends up in the 9 category.
Or you get some pulled barbecue pork, and then you put a sunny side up egg on there.
All right,
bread.
And with that all set and put together, there, gang. Forget which one this is. Which one is this? This is issue number 65, I believe. Is absolutely number 17. Yes, we did 17 covers tonight. So let's figure out the rest. We're going to go to the 7s here. Eric, what's the best? What's the worst? Or I'm sorry. Amy is the next one right after because of me turning up. What's the best? What's the worst of the 7s?
Oh, okay. Let's see. I think Mashed Potato Man is probably the worst.
Okay, Mashed Potato Man at the end.
Oh, I want mashed potatoes now.
The best? Oh my gosh. Brain Freeze is probably the better drawing, but just this crazy one is kind of fun too. Man, they're good for different reasons.
All right. Well, which one do you think is the best of them? The better of the two?
The better one would be the way it is now.
Okay. How about you, Eric?
Mashed potatoes on waffles.
With gravy.
Leave it the way it is.
Okay. We got 2 votes for it. We got 3 because I think this is the way it should be as well. That being said, RDV,
Move the middle one to the front.
move the
Left.
middle one to the front.
Yeah, right there. Move that to the left.
Okay. Well, right now we've got 2-1 for or 3-1 for that one.
And
to be,
mashed potatoes is last.
okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
would be okay with
Then
that.
Dominic.
Gotta unmute yourself, Dominic.
Okay. We'll have to move up to number 8 to keep things going. Amy, what is the best and worst? Dominic, as soon as you chime in there, man, just give us a heads up.
Let's see. The best of these, and this is the very good. Okay.
Best and the worst of the very goods, the 8s.
I think probably the best of these would be Power Girl versus the Broccoli Man.
Okay.
And let's see. The worst? I think probably the one I was the least interested in was Solomon Grundy.
Okay.
Although it is, well enough drawn.
Well, I'm going to chime in and say I actually, looking at them all together here, the Power Girl versus Broccoli Man is the better one, but I'm going to pull this one down. Eric, what do you think?
I'm
Power Girl. I said Power Man. Anyway, what do you think, Eric?
no. I think it's the one that's leading is fine there. And since I just didn't agree with the rest of you on the one on the end, I'm saying leave it there.
Okay. Everything's fine?
Everything's fine.
All righty. RDV, what do you say?
I say the floating head should be first. Is my favorite.
Okay.
Least favorite is the paint by numbers or fight by numbers. The Strike Force team in the middle.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
All righty. So we've got Dominic. Are you there?
Yeah.
Of these 3 right here, which is the worst? We need you to break a tie. This is a 3-way tie.
Yeah, I would have to place number 70 on the bottom because, as mentioned before, if one of
Okay, describe the cover because I'm
one villain-
forgetting which one was which.
Which
the
one?
one with Wildcat, Huntress, and the Star Spangled Kid.
All righty, that one gets to the end, and there we go. Okay, I'll let you start off here. What is the best and worst, Dominic, of the awesomes?
Okay, let's see. I would place Thorn versus the Justice Society on the top, and the last issue of All Star Comics a close second.
Okay, what is the worst?
It would have to be the Super Squad.
They're both super squads.
Okay, so the one with the guy throwing the axe or the Flash?
The one throwing the Flash.
Okay, there we go. All righty, Amy, worst and best of the awesomes.
I do like Thorn. I think that's probably of them my favorite. I mean they're all good, of course,
Right,
but I think the fiery axe going through the air is probably my least favorite of them.
okay. All righty, Eric.
My
The axe.
favorite is the axe.
Oh,
My
nice.
least favorite's the thorn.
Huh.
Okay, all righty. RDV.
My favorite is Thorn.
Mhm.
My least favorite is the end book. There, that one.
Okay. So now it's up to me. We have multiple votes for this to be number 1, so it makes it to number 1. But we have okay. So what is the worst of these guys? I've got to keep it the way it is here. I think Yeah, so there we go. All right, Eric, start us off. What do you think on the awesomes, super awesomes? What's the best and the worst of the 10s?
I say they're all right the way they are.
Okay. How about you, RDV?
Psycho Pirate Green Lantern is my favorite. Least favorite is the one that was just to the left of that one. The one with the skirt.
The one with the skirt? Okay. How about you, Dominic? What do you think is the best and the worst?
Alex got Green Lantern, and my least favorite would have to be what Venkman mentioned earlier.
The skirt, or both of these were picked?
The skirt. The skirt.
The skirt. Okay. So we got 2 votes for that one. All righty, Amy, what do you think is the best and the worst of these 3? Or 4? Or the best and the least best?
The best and the least best.
To speak Amy's language, the best and the least
Right.
best.
I like Huntress. I guess that throws a monkey wrench into things.
Not really. No.
Oh, okay.
There's one. There's 2 for the Green Lantern right now, and 1 for each of these. And this has 2 votes for worst. What is the worst of them to you?
I think I would say probably. The little supercar is very interesting, and I do want to find out more about that. But I think issue 1 is like a better cover overall. So I think, I would put the skirt little driving car through the air as my least best, and Huntress is my favorite.
Which leaves me to break the tie on this, and I say let's leave it as it is. So we have Vandal Savage at number 17, 16 is Eggman, 15 is the tri cover that didn't quite work for everybody. I am shocked that 14 is the Ankh. I actually like that cover a hell of a lot better than everybody else.
Good.
13 is Wildcat and Huntress in a fight that Star Spangled Kid just doesn't seem to be a part of. 12, we have the Super Squad versus the Medieval Knights. 11 is Solomon Grundy breaking Wildcat's leg. 10, the first appearance of Huntress, and she's not even there. Power Girl versus Broccoli Men is number 9. 8 is the Flash getting his ass whipped while guys trying to kidnap Power Girl. 7 is Vulcan throwing his axe at Wildcat while everybody's rushing in too late. The last issue of All-Star is issue number 6. 5 is an awesome cover with Thorn beating Wildcat's ass. 4 is Vulcan being... I have no idea what's going on here. 3 is Huntress jumping in to save Wildcat and Star Spangled Kid. 2, the first appearance of Power Girl in the first issue of All-Stars Comics Super Squad. And Green Lantern attacking the Justice Society is our number 1 book for the evening. There we go, kids. Another successful run. Let's see what we got. Good night, One Slick. Have a good night, guys. Saute. Okay, well, we're reading off recipes as well. There we go, gang. And let's see. I got to say, Eric? What was your favorite cover of all of them?
58.
Right off the bat. Boom.
Yeah.
It took off running there. How about you, Venk?
I can't remember. They're all gone.
Okay, they're all up. They're out. They're done. Okay. All righty. That being said, I gotta say I like the Thorn one. I've always liked the Thorn one. I'll tell you what though, it used to be the last issue, but now that I looked at it, I was like, What were you about to say, Amy?
I think the Thorn one was my favorite too. It's the one that overall I think kind of stands out. And I like how concerned all of his friends look. Like, do you need help, my dude?
Dominic, are you unmuted enough to point out what was your favorite of the night? And everybody go to vote if you haven't voted.
It would have to be the Thorn cover.
Okay, yeah, that Thorn cover was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
All right. That being said, let's see how we did and what is next. Well, next we've got a few before we get here, but the poll is just part of the show now, so we do have to find out what you guys want us to do. Of course, I love the fact that we get to choose and you guys choose from that, so we get a choice on what we're doing as well. And let's see where we ended up here, kids. With 23 votes, and thank you to everybody who participated. Thor's first solo series got 8% of the vote. Luke Cage got 21%. Power Girl with 30%, but Supergirl, Superman girlfriend Lois Lane, 39%. So we are going to add that to the list.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And he's like, hey, I won. You know what? I would love to keep track to see whose choice gets picked mostly.
Amy, now that you won, now you need to go collect all the colors for us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you get to go gather them. Yeah. That's yeah. Anywho, guys, thank you very much for participating. It makes it a lot more fun when the chat's helping us out. And thank you to the panel for adding the commentary. It's a lot of fun. There was a lot of books this time, so it ended up being a 2.5 hour. I try to keep these to an hour and a half. So we will try to get back to doing only 12 covers, but you know, sometimes you got to expand it. The whole problem with this one is there was 17 covers. So after we do the first 12, how are we ever going to fit those last 5? So I figured let's just do them all. Let's just do them all.
Do it.
All right. That being said, thank you very much for hanging out with us. If you don't mind helping out the channel, and let me put it to you this way. If you don't mind helping out, this is the way I'm trying to make a living. And we are short on our electricity this week or month. And just if you like the content, please go on over to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the till. On Wednesday, we're going to be doing a charity stream where I'm going to be trying to sell some comics to help that out. Not only that, but to take a trip over to Eric's, pick up some books for the auction. And as always, once again, this is the way I'm trying to make a living. I think everybody's already done that. To everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching. You kids have a great night, and see you tomorrow night.